Hey there, it's Books and Big Hair, and today I'm coming at you with a writing update. In a video I made last year of my bookish goals, I said that I wanted to kind of keep you guys updated with not only what I'm reading each month, but what I'm writing each month. I think it just brings that writing aspect to my channel a little bit more. I only talked about writing a little bit in the beginning of my channel when I did NaNoWriMo and when I did writing vlogs here and there, but I really want to do monthly writing updates just to keep myself accountable and just so we can all keep each other accountable in the comments and stuff like that of what we're writing and what we're working on. So I just want to start doing that this year, and this is just going to be a really quick update. In January, I found out that I was accepted into the author mentor match. I don't know if you've seen that on Twitter, but there was an application for an author mentor match, a group of authors. Some of them are published, some of them are agented, and some of them are agented and on submission. I applied to that, and then I got linked up with two mentors, which is super great, and they're so wonderful and they're so great. So I got linked up with them, and they actually gave me feedback on an older manuscript that I wrote last year or the year before last, and they actually gave me the idea to incorporate some of the aspects from that novel to what I'm working on now, because I started working on a new novel at the end of last year, and I'm still working on it now. So I really am excited to kind of take aspects from the old novel and put it into this one, kind of make it newer and more fresh. And yeah, so they have been helping me a lot, and I really think it's important no matter what you do, whether you're a writer or whatever your field of creativity or work is, to have a mentor that is doing what you want to do, because they kind of help you along the way and they kind of know what works and what doesn't work. So I definitely am so excited to be a part of the author mentor match. Speaking of my WIP, my work in progress, I am working on a young adult contemporary novel. This is my first young adult contemporary novel I'm working on. This will be my third novel that I'm working on. My very first novel that I ever worked on was a YA fantasy. The second one was an adult contemporary, and this one is a YA contemporary, and I really have a great feeling about this. I say this about all of them, and I still love the first two. I still think they're pretty good, but I think this is gonna be the one. I just kind of know exactly where the story is going. I feel like the story kind of writes itself, and I'm just really excited about it. I don't want to say too much about the story because I just want to, keep it to myself until it's more developed. But what I will say is that it's a story about black girls in high school. It's basically the story of a black girl friendship, and I'm just really excited about that because it's not something I really had to read in high school. Getting way easier now, but when I was in middle school and high school, it was really kind of hard to find black girl protagonists and the type of books that I wanted to read or I was even allowed to read, because most of the books that had black girl protagonists that I was kind of interested in, they were kind of a little bit too old for me. So I just want to create something that middle school age, high school age, and even college age girls can read and black girls can relate to, hopefully. So I'm really excited about it. I'm writing it right now. And I know in my bookish goals, I said that I wanted to have the first draft finished by March 30th. I actually pushed it back, and I want to have my very first draft finished by the end of this month. And I know that's an ambitious goal, but I feel like if I can just get that foundation done, then I can add, subtract, whatever I need to do. And I just don't want to linger over the first draft too much, because us writers, we get into a habit of we want the words to be perfect as soon as they go on the page, and the first draft is not going to be as good as the final product. We just want to kind of make it as perfect as it can be. But right now I just want to get the story down. I picture it like clay. Once I have that clay together, then I can sculpt it out into what I need it to be, but the clay needs to be there first. So that's why I'm trying to really get this first draft out, and once I have the beginning, middle, and end of the story, I can figure out what it is I need to expand on and do all that kind of stuff. So I will definitely keep you guys posted with that. I'm so passionate about it. Every time I think about the characters and everything, I get so excited about what I'm writing and who I'm writing for and the characters and their journey. And one more thing I wanted to talk about briefly is, as some of you may know, I do some freelance writing, and every now and then I'll write an article for another publication. And so last month I had an article posted on teenvogue.com. It was about women of color who are releasing diverse YA novels this year. So there's so many people on the list. Of course I included Angie Thomas's book. I included so many books by so many different women of color, and I will leave that article down below if you want to check it out. But I was just really passionate about it because there are so many books by women of color that I'm like highly anticipating, like Renee Ahdieh. And if you haven't looked at the article, please check it out. I'll leave it down below. You may have seen it maybe on Bookish Twitter, but I wrote it. I also said that I am kind of taking a step back from freelance writing because I want to focus my writing energy on my creative writing, particularly with this manuscript. It's not the only article I wrote last month, but it's the only one that's been published. So as the other ones come out, I will definitely let you guys know in like future updates. But I have pulled back from freelance writing because freelance writing can take a lot of time, and I just really want to use like all my writing like capabilities for this work in progress. Yes, this was my writing update, super short, but I just want to make sure I update you guys every month so you guys can keep me accountable. Let me know if I'm slacking or whatever, because I'm really passionate about this novel, and everybody's so passionate about their work in progress in the beginning, but there comes like a time where it might lag, where you're stuck or you don't feel like editing it or something like that. And I do not want any type of lag. I want to like power through it, not really rush, but just like keep a really good momentum going. All you writers out there, what are you guys working on? I would love to know. Let me know in the comment section. We can chit chat, keep each other accountable. Just let me know. And thank you guys for tuning into my channel, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.